maanta taariikhdu waa 26 waa bisha May 2021 waxaa baaqani soo diraya waa walaalkiin Suldaan Cabdalla sabarkaale magaalada London. baaqan maanta dhowr qodob ku saabsan yahay oona muhiima oona dhibaatadeeda iyo khatarteeda aan ka wada hadli doono. kow, marka u horeysa xaaladda Ethiopia halkay maanta marayso yaan maaragtay isku taagi doonaa oo nila wadaagi doonaa. kow. labo, toddobaadadii hore waxaa magaalada Djibouti miday agaasimaha guud ee nabad sugidda madaragtay masaarida, ninkaasoo magaciisa leeraa Cabbaas Kamaal Djibouti wuu yimiday. wuxuu shir la galay maaragtay Ismaaciil Cumar Geelle, wuxuu kaloo shir la galay madaragtay madaxda sarsare ee SDS-ta iyo madaragtay ciidanka jamhuuriya uu Maxamed Jaamac koloneelku uu ka mid yahay iyo Zakariyaba. halkaas waxay ku lafagureen imaanta kambaritoole ee dalka Djibouti uu imanayo madaxweynaha madaragtay masaarida Ciise. ujeedadaa maxay tahay? qofna kama qarsoona. Ismaaciil Cumar Geellena waad garanaysiin, waanad ogtihiin wejigiisa, isbeddelkiisa iyo danaha meesha uu ka arkaayo siduu u socdo. waa muhiim. marka taana waan isku taagi doonaa, macnaheedana waan dhigi doonaa insha allah. waxaan kaloon markaas haddana madaragtay aan isku taagi doonaa khatarta soo wajahaysa Djibouti iyo geeska Afrikaba. marka khasuusan annaka waxaana khuseeya waa Djibouti. dhibta Djibouti ku soo socota ilaahay waxaan ka baryayaa inuu ilaahay naga badbaadiyo. sababtoo ah waa midoo Ethiopia burburkeedu waa mid madaragtay keenaya haddii taasu ay dhacdo in geeska Africa khasuusan Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti iyo Soomaaliya oo geographic ahaan iyo istaraatiiji ahaan ay isbedeshaba. waa wax madaragtay dhibteedana leh, wanaaggeedana leh. mid baan ku farxayaa Ethiopia Abiy Ahmed iyo taliskaas hadduu dhaco uu meesha ka baxo, Ismaaciil Cumar Geelle iyo xulufadiisana meesha way ka baxayaan. waa mid Ethiopia Abiy Ahmed iyo dowladda Ethiopia hadday dhacdo ay taas ay dariiqay ku socoto ay ku sii socoto ina Cumar Geelle meesha ma joogayo isagii xulufadiisu. laakiin kama dhigna ina Cumar Geelle meesha marka laga tuuro ay halkaas kursigiisa iyo wixiisa oo dhanba ay ku qaraxdo inay ummadda Djibouti iyo dalka Djiboutina uu ka badbaadayo maaha. waa dhibteeda iyo leedahay. laakiin haddana waa wax aan madaragtay aanan ka maarmayn ummadda Djibouti inuu taliskan maaragtay uu daaqadda ka baxo. taana waa in laysku diyaariyaa sidii wax loogu bedeli lahaa, sidii wax loo daba qaban lahaa, iyo cidda ku lug leh in ay Djibouti ay baabiiso sidaan uga hortegi lahayn. taana waan isku taagi doonaa. qodobka afraad isagana waxaan ka hadli doonaa isbeddelkii uu Ismaaciil Cumar Geelle sameeyey ee dowladda cusub uu isagoo ku dhawaaqay uu isku doortay. idan waan isku taagi doonaa. marka waxaasoo dhan baan runtii aan madaragtay aan nila wadaagi doonaa. ragna way ku qosli doonaan oo dee halkoogii bay maarad ka sii miisayaan ragna calooshii xanuunaysaa anigu waxaan ku jiraa inta madaragtay calooshu ay xanuunayso sababtoo ah waxaan arkayaa waxaa soo socda yaan arkayaa marka ilaahay khayra ka dhigo dhegaysi wacan siina sheergareeya waana muhiim sidii aan u badbaadin lahayn dalkeena hooyo ee Djibouti iyo sidii aan ugu ducayn lahayn Ethiopia in uu ilaahay farash khayr loo soo diro wabillahi tawfiiq garaad cabdalle axmed ibraahim garaad waan ku salaamay soo dhawow dhammaantiin inta halkan ku jirta dhammaantiinna waan salaamayaa si madaragtay kalgacal walaalnimaan igu salaamayaa khayr baan nii rajeynaya dhegaysi wacan siina sheergareeya waa muhiim in madaragtay waxyaalahan ogahay iyo waxyaalaha aan madaragtay analyze aan nafa dheeraan ka sameeyey inaan nila wadaago sababtoo ah beritooda ma oranaysiin man ogeyn marka thank you very much dhammaantiinba waan isalaamay aad iyo aad baan isalaamay waad mahadsantihiin walaalayaal sheergareeya brother and sister I'm very happy to make some speech about the situation politically and socially in Ethiopia, too particularly, and Djibouti. Also, I want to share with you my analysis, my information about the situation of Djibouti and Ethiopia. That's very important, and I see that, and you know that, Ethiopian situation, it is a very, very, very dangerous situation and catastrophic. For that reason also, I will inform you also, too particularly, Mr. Abiy Ahmed, Mr. Demeke Mokonnen, Sahle Work, General Birhanu Jula, what the news coming from Djibouti, because 2 weeks ago, the Chief of Security of Egypt, Mr. Abbas Kamal, traveling to Djibouti and get meeting with Ismail Omar Gelle and the high-rank security service, SDS, and military presidential, guard presidential, the Colonel Mohammed Jama. Why? Why the Chief of Security, Mr. Kamal, Abbas Kamal, coming to Djibouti? And the preparation tomorrow, the general, the president of Egypt, Ciise, why he is coming to Djibouti? Very important. Abiy Ahmed, now you will see the face of Ismail Omar Gelle regime. You play game, and this game you will burn to Ethiopia. Many times you do mistake and you take the activist from Djibouti and you give him this criminal regime, and today you will get the answer of Ismail Omar Gelle. That's the reality. Okay? And please share, because it's very, very important, too particularly for Ethiopia, to know that the situation of Djibouti, very important. Abiy Ahmed and Demeke Mokonnen, General Birhanu Jula, and President Sahle Work, very important. But Sahle Work, the president of Ethiopia, she knows Ismail Omar Gelle because she is the best friend of him. Yes. But the big problem is coming for Ethiopia, too particularly to Abiy Ahmed regime, and they make a mukunen. Please share, and then after few minutes, after this few minutes the music, I will starting my analyze and the information I want to share with you, Ethiopia too particularly, and why not Eritrea also? Because if Ethiopia collapse, Eritrea will collapse, and Ismail Mardele will collapse also. That it is a big problem in the area. No, because I don't want Djibouti criminal regime will collapse, but the big problem, it is Ethiopia. That it is my very, very deep information I will share with you, but I pray God to save Ethiopia, not to pray for Abiy Ahmed and this regime in the power of Ethiopia, because he do a lot of mistake and he make a lot of crimes, and now he's going in the way to destroy Ethiopia. But God bless Ethiopia, and I hope Ethiopia will save, inshallah. I will see you up to a few minutes. Share, please. Thank you very much. Share. inshallah khair inshallah khair. Soo dhawaada, welcome, please. You are welcome. Sorry for my English. It's not perfect, but I try my best to explain you and to share with you some information very important for Ethiopia and also for Eritrea. For that reason, please share, because it is the last chance to save Ethiopia and Ethiopian people. It's very important. Ethiopian people, it is about 120 million people. 120 million people living to Ethiopia. It is the second large population in Africa after Nigeria. For that reason, please listen me careful, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, and also the Vice Prime Minister Demeke Mokonnen, and the President Saleh Work. Listen me careful, it's very important. Abiy Ahmed, 2 years ago, I sent you a letter from the Ethiopian embassy in London. And I give him to the ambassador to send to Addis Ababa in your office. In this letter, I explain you a lot of things concerning about Ismail Omar Gelle and the Djibouti regime. Who are Ismail Omar Gelle? And you know him very well, because before you are coming to Prime Minister, you are Chief of Security Military in our area, in our border between Djibouti to Eritrea and Djibouti to Ethiopia. And you know very well Ismail Omar Gelle, because you are Colonel of Security. But, you know, when you play game with fire, the fire kill you in the last time. Yeah. When you play game with fire, the next will be you. Ismail Omar Gelle, before you, he destroyed a lot of chairman president in the area. And he's a best friend also. But he destroyed. Because Ismail Omar Gelle, he don't care about friendship, he don't care about religion, he don't care about anything. Only his God for him, it is the money. If he get money, also he have the capacity to kill his mother and his brother or his children. Money and power, it is only what he believed that. And he's working with any foreigner government or any criminal coming from outside to give him this money, and he will do that. You didn't understand that. Or maybe you think you are more clever, more intelligent to Ismail Omar Gelle, and you play the game. But it's not possible to play the game with the devil. Devil is a devil. devil, it is a devil. For that reason, Abiy Ahmed, the game you playing with Ismail Margelle, the devil of the East Africa, today you make cow, or you make burning, or maybe you make to destroy to Ethiopia and Ethiopian people. And you know that Ismail Margelle, he killed and he destroyed. He is a brother, is the same blood, President Mohammed Siad Barre, peace with him. Yes, and you know that, historically, you know that Ismail Margelle killing and destroyed Somalia. How many people in Somalia dead when the regime of Siad Barre is collapsing? I think between 3 to 5 million. Yes. Nobody talk. Nobody gives some statistic about the killing of Somalian people. It is between 3 and 5 million. Only the killing. That you must know who is Ismail Margelle and what he believes. Ismail Margelle is his man. It is if he destroyed Ethiopia, he will get new territory from city to Djibouti. That is very, very important to know that. He don't care about the great Somali, or in Somali language, Somaliwen. He don't care. That's the game. That's only to show him to the Somali people, no understand him. But he's a target. He believes that to will become the new king family in from Djibouti to the area. That's what he believes. But he's a criminal. He's a criminal because, you know, his ID and his program, it is very dangerous to destroy the Djiboutian people, not only Ethiopian people, but also Djiboutian people and Djibouti country. And also, in the backside, Somalia and Eritrea. For that reason, Abiy Ahmed, you play the game with the devil. And the devil today, he prepared how to destroy you. How to destroy Ethiopia. And how to kill million and million peoples in Ethiopia. Because then he believed that he will get new territory from Ethiopian land. That is a target. That also he get new instruction and new money and another advantage or another promise from Saudi Arabia, from some Arab country, and especially from Egypt. Yes, from Egypt. Who is the leadership of Arab country? Is Egypt, no others. Saudi Arabia is the only pocket money. Only pocket money. But the leaders of Arabian country, it is Egypt. Without Egypt, nothing for Arabian country. Every people knows that. For that reason, you must know that also. Abiy Ahmed, you play game. You play game with Isaias Afwerki, with Arab country. And you are dancing, and you are happiness with Saudi Arabia, with Emirates. Always. But you don't understand that. You don't understand that. The reality. And you don't understand that Ethiopia, it is very important strategy place for all Africa. Ethiopia, it is only the one country never get colonizing, never. And it is a, you know, that, what do you say that? Every African country love it, Ethiopia. But today, you are in the way to destroy Ethiopia. And also, you play game of the devil, Ismail Margeli, in Djibouti. Many times. And in my letter, I will explain, I will tell you everything. Many things. Why? Because, you know, when I give you this advice and to discuss with you, to your government, and I tell you I want to come to Addis Ababa, to will give you my experience and my analyze how to stop, how to help this program, devil, to destroy Ethiopia. But you didn't listen me. You didn't listen me because you think you are superpower in the area. You have money enough. And for you, Djibouti, it is nothing. It is a small country, 23,000 square, less than 1,750,000 or 800,000 people, and majority, 75% from the people of in the power of Djibouti coming from Ethiopia and Somalia. For that reason, for you, you play the game with the devil. And that now, today, you must know that. You must know that 2 weeks ago, the chief of security of Egypt, Abbas Kamel, the chief of general intelligence service of Egypt, coming to Djibouti, make meeting to Ismail Margeli, the chief of the higher rank security of Djibouti, General Zakaria or Colonel Mohammed Jama, to discuss and to make preparation to help Egypt when the fighting, the war will starting Egypt, Sudan against Ethiopia. That's 100%. 100%. And also Ismail Margeli get money and promise helping from Saudi Arabia, from Arab country, like different place, to get and to help officially when the war is starting. You will see. You will see Ismail Margeli will stop all the communication between Ethiopia to Djibouti coming from the port of Djibouti. That's number one. And also, Egypt and Saudi Arabia make him promise to come to Djibouti to make military base to support if Ethiopia try to make some destabilization or some problem. Egypt and Saudi Arabia is ready to come to Djibouti to support Ismail Margeli against Ethiopia. But America, France, China, for this case, no. No support him. But he don't care because he don't have other solution. He don't have other solution. Because in the area, internationally, Ismail Margeli no have any friends or supporting. He's a criminal guy. And he's a mafia guy. For that reason, his time is finished. But the last group to use him, only to use him, he don't care about him, Saudi Arabia and Egypt and Sudan, only to use him against Ethiopia. Only against Ethiopia. And to make cow or destruction totally Ethiopia. Because that, if Ethiopia destroyed, it will become 6 or 7 region or new republic like Yugoslavia. Finito, the name of Ethiopia in Africa. Yeah. Oromo going, Tigray going, Amara going, Afar going, Somali going, Benishangul Gumuz going, or later, Southern Region Nationals Group also going. No Ethiopia. Finish. That is another plan from Ismail Margele, how to destroy Somalia, and today he's in the way to destroy Ethiopia. My dear Abiy Ahmed, if you listen me my advice, carefully, brother, I tell you brother because you know, because you are Ethiopian and Djiboutian people, we are brother. Also Somali, we are brother. Also Eritrea, we are brother. I believe that. Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Somalia, we are the same people, the same family, the same blood. But only devil is inside to us, to destroy us, to kill us, and to make fighting and killing each other. This is the devil. And number one, the devil in the area, it is Ismail Margele. Number one. That I tell you many times. I inform you, the security of Ethiopia, many times. But you never believe that. And also, the problem also of Tigray and Amara, it is only to fighting and to running to the power. I am Amara, I am Tigray, I need the power. But, and to go to play game with the devil, he don't care. But that's the problem. You know, when you play game with the devil, you never success. Because devil is a devil and it's a danger. Devil and what you say that in the saint or good people, no possible to make sharing. Impossible. Devil, you must to close him, you must to put him someplace far from you to save your people and your country. That's the reality. That's the reality. And today now, let me inform you, yes, Ismail Margele waiting, the fighting starting with Egypt and Sudan against Ethiopia. And will tell you, the next few weeks or days, when this war starting against Ethiopia, Egypt want to destroy the dam or the energy water power, that Ismail Margele also, he will block all advantage you have or partnership you have from the port of Djibouti. What we do? Nothing. You coming to fighting to Djibouti is late. Is late. Because almost you have two big or three enemy. Three big enemy. Arab, you know that he never loved Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan. And also plus the fighting of Tigray, TPLF, the fighting of OLF, and Oromo Liberation Congress, all these one. And the fighting between Isa and Afars, and you create, you, Abiy Ahmed and Ismail Margele, to each other killing Afar and Isa. And last years or 2 years ago, Oromo to Somali, Amara to Oromo, Tigray to Amara, and Tigray to Oromo. It's a bad game. And now that's the way of Ethiopia. He's going to the chaos and maybe the destruction of Ethiopia. 120 million people. And maybe Ethiopia will become the next in Africa, starting to like Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia in Africa. Yes. But this plan, lot of foreigners government need him. Happiness. And underground. Upside, he's a good friend. I love Ethiopia. Ethiopia is my friend. I want to help Ethiopia. But underground, want to destroy Ethiopia. And number one is Ismail Omar Guelleh. For that reason, still, Sultan Abdullah Sabarkaale, he is ready to help Ethiopia, how to save Ethiopia, how to save Eritrea, how to save Somalia, and how to save Djibouti people. Because if I save Ethiopia, I believe that also Djibouti will be saved. But the devil, Ismail Omar Guelleh, must to go up and down and to catch him, to make him in the jail. For that reason, Abiy Ahmed, I will give you advice. My last advice, if you listen me carefully, stop the fighting with the TPLF. Stop the fighting with Oromo, All Liberation Front. Stop the fighting about the activism in the jail. Number one, make outside and tell him sorry and make all these things advantage to freedom, all activists, Oromo and Amara. Why? Because those people, if he's coming outside, he will save Ethiopia also. Because those people, he's a nationalist. He loves Ethiopia. Oromo, Amara, Tigray, all these people, Afar, Somali, love Ethiopia. 100%. For that reason, it is necessary for you to make freedom all the prisoners politically outside. It's an emergency. Emergency. Believe me. Listen me carefully. Number one, you stop the fighting. Stop the fighting officially. Go to the TV and tell him, to the Ethiopian people, to listen me. And the parliament and the military. From today, I will stop the fighting with the TPLF. I will stop the fighting with Oromo or Amara. Any people, finish. I will stop the fighting inside to Ethiopia, finish. And tell him, Isaias Afwerki, military, go out from Ethiopia. Go out, please, and go there in your country. That is an emergency, if you listen me carefully. Number two, to take out all the prisoners. Oromo, Amara, everywhere. All the political activists, you make him freedom. And make him excuse also. And tell him, all these activists, Ethiopia need to save. I do mistake, you do mistake, but today we must friendship, brotherhood, how to save Ethiopia. That's very important. Abiy Ahmed and Demekan, listen me very well. Because I know that Abiy Ahmed, the backside, with have the full power, it is the Demekan Mokonnen. Demekan Mokonnen and Sahle Work. You are number one in the powerful in the system. That's my advice. When I give advice for Abiy Ahmed, it is good advice also for you, Demekan Mokonnen, and for Sahle Work. And also General Birhanu Jula. Because if you listen my advice, believe me, if you listen my advice, we have a small chance, very small chance, to save Ethiopia. Because the destruction of Ethiopia, it will become the destruction from the whole area. You can't imagine. 120 million. Because, you know, when all these ones collapse, the military government is collapsing, finish. Another game, fighting will starting for the borders. Oromo Somali, Oromo Afar, Afar Isa, Amara Tigray, Tigray others. The fighting never stop. Take some example. Somalia, less than 20 million people. Less than 20 million people. And the fighting continues about 30 years now. The fighting with Somalia, 30 years. 3-0. And million people dead. Destroyed. And still no stopping. Still no stopping. And the home of Somalia, all terrorists is coming. All terrorists is coming. For that reason, Somalia, less than 20 million, and Somalia, same religion, same ethnic tribe, same language, same area, and 30 years still is a fighting and killing. Make comparison with Ethiopia. Ethiopia, 120 million people. Ethiopia, 45 language different. 45 language difference. Ethiopia, more than 80 culture different. More than 80 culture different. And 45 language different. More than 10 religion. More than 10 religion. Means Ethiopia, the two big religion is a Muslim and Christian, Orthodox. 10 religion, totally. More than. You can't imagine Abiy Ahmed, Demeke Mokonnen, if Ethiopia collapse. Incredible. It is not war. It is not fighting. He will become thermonuclear. People killing. Thermonuclear. The genocide in Kigali, in Rwanda, 1994, to compare to Ethiopia, if collapse, it will become a small game. Because in Ethiopia will dead millions and millions people. And millions people will go refugees with arms and guns, everything. And Ethiopia, the capital city, Finfinne, or Addis Ababa, finish. Red Cross. No to African Union, no to United Nations, all association or organization, finish. And the dam power, water, electrical, Egypt and Sudan will destroy. How to stop that? No possible. Maybe the last 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, Ethiopia is going to fighting. Yes. If you send also 1 million soldiers American or 1 million from European coming to Ethiopia, impossible to stop. No possible. No possible. Yes. To compare Iraq, to compare Libya, is nothing if Ethiopia collapses tomorrow. That the enemy of Ethiopia, and number one is Ismail Margele, he tried to success. But you don't understand that, Ismail Margele. When Ethiopia is a collapse, he will become the second to will go to the Jahannaba, to the hell. For that reason, Abiy Ahmed, it is very important. They make Mokone and Saleh work to listen me carefully. Number one, stop the fighting with the TPLF and tell him TPLF, the Bretzion, president of TPLF, please, we stop the fighting. We come to the table. very important. Number 2, all prisoner activists politically, Tigray, Amara, Oromo, all out. Out. It's very important. Very, very important. Listen, me